Ah. No, I had to make mine private because I had like 3 young kids fucking join it and being annoying. So I booted them out. Yeah. Well, I'm broadcasting this on YouTube live. Although I should tell that joke again just for the broadcast. To keep your pants up. Oh, does it?
Our scouts have found an attack element. Our scouts have found an attack.
Zankethi Fleet.
Yeah, I've got
Under attack. Engage weapons and engines.
Well fought.
This is Captain Kumar K. We're on our way to assist you.
Under attack. Launch now.
Kern and I will arrive. Kern and I will arrive. Kern and I.
Go ahead. We'll secure things here and join you shortly.
Captain Parr is So. made it. Good.
Glad you could make it.
The time for battle is upon us. Fight well, and with honor. Qapla'!
They're launching further torpedoes.
So you're gonna get right.
Alliance forces. Repair crews are safely aboard. Thanks for...
Battle! It is upon us. Destroy this alliance!
Well, on my Dorito ship, I'm using Drunken and Polaron, and it's doing alright so far.
Engage weapons and engine. Target shield is failed. Recommend torpedo launch now.
definitely got penetration. I should have gone to the one that where you have to do like 5. You have to do 5 kills to win.
Battle station shields are down. Now's our chance.
Alright man, I'll be back on again after work. It'll be about 1:30, 1:45 Australian Eastern Standard Time. I'm about... It's 5:26.
Beam onto the Zenkethi battle station and shut down their...
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I try to fall asleep.
They're closing!
Oh, have ya?
Fire at will.
Oh, let's keep It's cool, man. Yeah. This epic console.
Just ahead.
For the ground gear. Because it like splits me up so that it ends up being like 3 of me.
Let's finish this. We have an unwanted guest. Finish him off quickly. They know we're here. Good. Secure those consoles. You tried to end me once before. 1 to go. Get to it while you can. You fight like a Klingon, Captain. Will you die like one as well? At least they're making it... They rerouted their weapons control to the command deck.
Zenwarum fought well.
Man,
He
this,
won't
I've got
be
this
coming
little
back from
red
that.
phaser thing. It looks like a fucking dildo. Here, I'll take a screenshot of it. Fires at a blue ring.
Kanketha used short-range transporters instead of turbo.
Yeah, look, I'll send you a picture of it.
I am Captain Nightfall.
Captain Porus, traitor! It's a mutiny!
The Admiral wants the powerful
Have you noticed the dark green dad that gets shot out of the fidget spinner?
Then heavy forces on attack track. We're ready. Let's
destruction. So many bad It has to end now.
It looks pretty gassy.
This Nepal fights with honor. Today is full of surprises.
So little do you know of the threat facing us all. And you and Zengragu were my best captains then. Today I long
This crusade is unjust, and the battle is lost. It's over. Stand down now, or we will strike you down without hesitation.
Surrender, Admiral, or fight if you have the spine.
One of the new
Do you really think the conflict will end here, now? Enough! Computer, enjoy your...
I will ensure...
Alpha team reporting. The command deck is locked down.
This is Beta Team. Commencing operation now.
Rick,
Incoming data from planets targeted by the Zenkethi. Something's happening.
Show us, Lucari! Show us the price of your meddling!
Patching it through.
Hey, did you see that picture I sent you?
impossible.
And
You
yet,
see it, it's in like the bottom right of the picture.
like something of legend.
Weapon slots, it's like a little red thing that's looks like a fucking dildo or something.
they belong to the Herc. We must return to our ships
I did
immediately.
that PvE earlier, man. I had a really shitty team.
I know them. The greatest enemy to ever. The Herc. There is recommendation.
Many a Klingon has dreamed of battle. Test himself as Kalis once
All ships, target
Target shield has failed. Recommend torpedo launch now.
Oh, can you?
Abandon ship! Abandon ship!
give our lives for Bajor!
Lost shields. DS9 is taking heavy damage.
No, not the warp core. Eject! Do it now! DS9 is disabled!
Red 9, online. The Herc are coming in fast. They're hard to hit.
Alliance forces.
Enterprise is here to help.
Kalis didn't have the Dominion to deal with. Battle the Herc. This complicates matters.
Singularity breach! Singularity breach! Multiple holdings! Secondary death! Attempting to...
Target shield has failed. Recommend torpedo launch now.
Dominion ships incoming. Are they attacked?
What? The Dominion is on our side?
Target shield has failed. Recommend torpedo launch now. Target shield has failed. Torpedo launch now.
Alliance forces. I am, as always, I live to...
We have to talk.
I know that, Changeling.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's really good. I've got my shield up to Mark 13. Oh, sorry, not the shield, the armor. My armor's at Mark 13. No.
What could have led the Zenkethi to attack Bajor? We found...
Yeah. Yeah. Mark 13. Oh, not yeah. After you get it over Mark 13, that's when it becomes really expensive. It goes up to like 150 to 180 in points. Yeah. Yeah. Hoping that tomorrow when I can refine dilithium, I'm going to put it to ×3 on my rear quantum torpedo in damage. Oh, I can already do it. I did it earlier on tonight, and then somehow I accidentally reverted back to ×2. Yeah, but then when I wanted to change it again, because of the mistake, I fucking ran out of dilithium. Yeah, I was so pissed off. Because ×3 is even better. Nice. I'll be back in a moment, man. I'm going to have a coffee and a smoke. I won't be getting off for at least another hour and a half. Because I only have to get one child up for school today. The other three have the long weekend off. Yeah, today's a curriculum for the younger 3, and then Monday's a public holiday. So it's a long weekend. Yeah, which means I'm gonna have a really fucked 2 nights at work. And all the crazy motherfuckers come out on the long weekend. Yep. And they just drink. Yeah. Well, I banned a group of 15 about a month ago, so I know I'm definitely not going to see those fuckwits. They've been banned indefinitely until further notice. Yeah, they really fucked up. They're the ones that had the cattle prod tasing device. Yeah, which I mean, you're legally allowed to carry that in your car if you work on if you work on a farm and that. But once you bring it into a licensed venue and you start using it on people, whether it just be for a joke between your mates, which that's what they were doing, it then falls under the weapons regulated. It becomes a regulated weapon, and then it makes it illegal, which then gives me the authority to confiscate it and hand it into the... Oh, it was tempting, because they ended up tending to use it on one of our guards, and I didn't know it. Yeah, I didn't know it at the time until after I threw them all out, but he told me at like the end of the night, and I was like, dude, man, you should have fucking told me this shit how many hours ago, you know? Like... That's why I like to deal with people around my own age or older. And you know what's funny? I'm getting a lot of young guys and girls who come up to the door, and you check their IDs, and you look at the ID and you look at the year that they were born, and they were born in like 2000, and you're like, fuck, you just turned 18. Yeah, it's not like in the States. The liquor licensing laws in Australia are a bit different. You have to be 18 and over to be able to gamble, and be able to walk into a licensed premises and consume alcohol. But here's the catch-22. You might, just because the person is 18, if he cannot provide a legal document with an address, photo, date of birth, expiry date, like a learner's permit, probationary license, full car license, key pass, proof of age or passport, some form of photo ID, then even though that they're 18 or over 18, they are legally not permitted to enter the premises of a licensed venue to consume alcohol. Yeah, so yeah, you got the same laws. Yeah, but here's the catch. For some countries, like I think the Irish or the Scottish, they are not allowed to bring their passport out in public once they go into another country. Yeah, it's and if you go to another country, like say you come to Australia and you're like, 22, 23, you have 28 days. If you're like looking to live here permanently, you have 28 days after you enter the country to obtain an Australian document other than your passport to be able to other than your driver's license from your native country to be able to drive on our roads. Yeah, so like say you've got a car license from America and you move to Australia and you're going to be looking to get permanent residency here, you have a month after that date to obtain an Australian driver's license for that state, because every state has a different type of license, driver's license. Yeah. 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 Like for us, you go on. Yeah. And then if you go to Nevada, and you come to an intersection and you're turning right or left, and the arrow is red, as long as there's no danger or incoming traffic, you can still make that turn. But if you come to Australia and you come to any intersection in any state and you want to turn right or left at an intersection and you've got the red arrow, you are not allowed to turn even if there's no incoming traffic until that arrow turns green. Crazy. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Well, the other thing is too, if you go to New South Wales, see here you can get your learner's permit when you're 16, but you have to be driving. You can only get behind the wheel if you have a fully licensed driver sitting beside you. In New South Wales, and the other thing is too that you cannot go for your probationary license until you've clocked up 120 driving hours and you turn 18. In New South Wales, you can go for your learner's permit at 16, but then at 17 you can get your white Ps, which allows you to drive by yourself. So for us it's different. For us, when you go to get your probationary license, on the day that you go, you do the hazard and perceptions test on the computer, and then a month later you'll come back to Vic Roads, do another test, which is your driving test, and then if you pass that, then you'll be allowed to drive on your own for 4 years. The first year you're on red Ps, which means you're a P1 driver, so you're only allowed to have one passenger in the car at any one time. And then and then in your second year of holding your Ps, you go to green Ps and you become a P2 driver. And then you hold your green Ps for 3 more years before you go to your full car license. So in those 4 years that you're on your Ps, you have to have 0 blood alcohol reading at all times. So if you get breath test, you only get 6 points on your driver's license. If you lose those 6 points, you get suspended for 8 months. You're not allowed to have any alcohol in your system at all for those full 4 years when you're driving or not. So say I go out tonight and I have a drink, because it takes 24 hours for alcohol to leave your system. If I get up and drive the next day, it will still blow a reading and I can still lose my license. That's how strict it is. And then when you go on your full car license, the maximum alcohol reading that you're legally allowed to blow is 0.05. Anything over that and you automatically lose your license. You can't go any lower than 0.05 because your body naturally produces its own chemicals within the body that give you a natural blood alcohol reading. That's having two standard drinks. Not necessarily. It varies. Yeah, it has a lot to do with some of the things that it has to do with is height, body weight. If you've had anything to eat within a 12-hour period or 8-hour period of drinking, whether you're fatigued or not, yeah, stuff like that, and how often you drink. So if you drink, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because it takes longer for you to feel the effects. But you see, here's the thing. You can be drinking, right, and going hard on the piss, and you may not feel it straight away. But as soon as you step outside and that cold, fresh air hits your face, bam, it just fucking hits you. Yeah. Yeah, see, yeah, I had to learn all that shit because of work and that. Yeah. As far as nah, does completely the fucking opposite. It also another factor is how far apart are your drinks. So if you're having one so if you're having one or two, if you're having one drink an hour, and like say a schooner is like 2.5 standard drinks, and they're like an hour or two apart, then you can stretch out your tolerance even if you don't drink that much. But if you have them very close together, you're more likely to blow over even though you've only had 2 drinks. It doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference if you have a high tolerance or a low tolerance, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter that alcohol affects different people in different way. What factor always remains the same is that you can be the most calmest, nicest person or a person who can really concentrate really well, but the minute you get really drunk, your persona will always change. Makes no difference. You know what I mean? Yeah, but you still, yeah, but what you do lose is your reaction time. You might be able to multitask, but if something goes wrong, you're not going to react. You're not going to react. You're less likely to react as quick, as fast as what you would, and make a split-second decision in the heat of the moment in that situation than what you would if you weren't under the influence over the limit, even though you have a high tolerance, which is the whole reason why they do what they do. Because in accordance to the law, and I don't know if this is the same for you guys, but for us, the law states that the moment that alcohol comes into contact with the inside of your mouth and your tongue, you are legally classed as being intoxicated. Yeah. It's just a matter. Well, yeah. Well, that's what I mean. See, over there it would be very different, but here that's how they stipulated. Yeah, which is why they say here in Australia that once alcohol comes into contact with your tongue, you're legally, in the eyes of the law, considered and classed as being legally intoxicated. It's just a matter of being able to assess and make... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, oh yeah, man, this... Basically, yeah, because we've had... but you'll still blow over 0.05, because if you have a glass of beer and then 5 minutes later get into the car, that breathalyzer test will actually take a high content reading of the inner layer of your mouth, which has the most strongest alcohol reading content. So you may not be drunk or be over 0.05, but because you just had a drink 5 minutes before you got in the car, it's picking up the... Correct. And chocolate. Correct. Or if you eat cherry ripe chocolate bars, also give you an alcohol reading. Yeah. Mm. That's why here in Australia, if you get pulled over and breath tested, and you blow a reading and you're over 0.05, but you haven't been drinking or you only had a drink, you go from that to the next stage, where you go back to the police station. They do another more accurate test, and then if you blow under, then you're safe. If you blow over, they give you another 15 minutes to wait, and then they test you again. And then after that, if you still want to question it, you can go to a hospital, get a blood test, and the blood test will always be 100% more accurate than any man-made device. No, it's not. No, they just get a swab, put it on your tongue, and then if it changes colour, you get an idea of what narcotic the person's been taken. Yeah, see, we've done... Here in Australia, we do it a little bit different. Because we do on the side of the road drug testing that our police do, and they get this plastic thing, and it has these special color changing pads on one side, and they scrape it against your tongue, and then they put the chemical to it and test it, and different colors will come up for different types of drugs. Yeah, you don't have that. You don't. Yeah, but see, here's the catch. When it comes to alcohol testing in America, not every police officer is actually trained in how to administer to do a breathalyzer test. So you might get pulled over and he might suspect that you're under the influence. He might have to wait 2.5 hours to get a cop to come out there and breath test you. By the time that cop gets there, yeah, but even that's not 100%. Yeah, but if you get someone who's been uncooperative, then how are you going to administer that test effectively? Because we used to do the same test here in Australia 30 years ago. We stopped doing that because it was ineffective. Oh dear. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. I'll be right back, mate. I'm gonna have my dad. I'm back. It does, doesn't it? Can't do 'em. Yeah. I hope they bring out a World War II one. Because they've brought out a modern day one. And they've brought out a World War One. All they need now is a World War II one. Yeah. Futuristic.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Engage weapons and engines.
I've only played Battlefield 3, Battlefield Hardline. I didn't like Hardline very much. And then there's Yeah. Because like you had a choice between police or being a terrorist, and I liked the AK-47 assault rifle in the game. It was really nice, but you couldn't keep using it even if you were on the law enforcement side, which was pissed me off. So I didn't like it. So far, by far, my favourite one would have to be Battlefield 4.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Engage weapons and engines.
the weapons that are like a shit and they're common or uncommon, I'm just taking it for salvage. Even with the consoles, if I don't need them. And like I've already made about 4,846 in salvage material. Mm. Oh, really? Yeah, fuck that. Yeah. No, I just took a screenshot just. Oh yeah. And which one is the one that has the spore drive? And which one's that? Ah, okay. So when I get around to opening up the lockbox, that's the one I should go for. You can buy it cheap. Oh, I've got a viewer. Oh, I forgot I was still broadcasting. Yeah. Yeah. Totally forgot I was still broadcasting. What a trip. Alright, sweet. So this universal proto matter field projector console that you get from that tier 6 science vessel, I can actually put that into another ship, can I? Oh. Do you like that I do? I might try it on my other science ship and see how that goes. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna test it out on my multi-mission science vessel, my plasma build, and see how that goes. Yeah, but it also adds a buff to shields and hull with friendly ships. Yeah. 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 Yeah, no worries, man. Just waiting for this PvE to start.
I am 7 of 9. In this instance, I speak for the Cooperative. She survived and downloaded herself into this Unimatrix. Now she is compelling any vessels with disconnected Borg to return for reassimilation.
Science.
You must upload a virus to the disconnected
New
Borg
Epic
ships
Universal
before they
Console.
reach these towers. If the ships reach these emitter points, the Borg Queen will begin to reassimilate them. The Cooperative will not be able to assist in this endeavor. The longer they stay, the greater the risk of reassimilation. That console from that.
88. Got like the picture of the hull turns purple and pink, and that's what they're penetrating or actually brings my hull. Protometa console against the cube at point blank,
engage weapons
and it just fucking ate away at its hull. Yeah. And it didn't take long at all. It even got like plasma. it's always pretty quick and easy to get up to Mark 13. It's once you hit Mark 14 that it takes a bit longer because you got more points, your points start greater. That'll give 2%.
The collective will not fall here. I will not allow it. You will be eliminated. You shall perish.
Engage weapons and engine. Target shields have failed. Recommend torpedo under attack. Engage weapons and engines.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let me just see what the time is. Oh, it's almost 7 AM here. So, I'm gonna get off in a few minutes and then, get my daughter up. Yeah, get my daughter up for school, wake the missus up, and then sleep for a bit before I go to work tonight. But I'll be back on later on tonight after work for sure. Yeah. Yeah, same to you, buddy. No worries. I'll talk to you then. Yeah. Hopefully. Always, man. You too. Take care. See you, bud.